Longevity. We hear that word and we almost automatically default to thinking we're talking about the science about extending our lifespan. But I'd like us to take a few minutes tonight to think about a new and different definition of that word. I want us to think about longevity as the word that describes an increased health span, enhancing our cognitive agility and vibrancy, our physical strength and mobility without chronic disease for as long as possible in our lifetime. Now, achieving this requires a combination of considering our genetic makeup, our hormones, blood composition factors, the way we eat, sleep, exercise, and supplement our diets, the quality of our social relationships, external treatments that are quickly becoming understood to enhance our health span, like saunas, red light therapy, and cold treatments. And then there's the world of regenerative medicine, which is using our own bodies to heal and help us remain healthy. But let me give you a window into what else is happening, because that's where it gets really interesting. Tech pioneer DeepMind, owned now by Google, has founded AlphaFold. AlphaFold focuses on cellular aging and the role that proteins play specifically in that process. They are helping us to understand age-related compounds at unprecedented speed. They're allowing the longevity therapeutics market to bring thousands of new products to the market with increasing speed. But what most people don't know is that their database is currently being used by 500,000 researchers in 190 countries, studying 2 million age-related compounds simultaneously. It's allowing companies like in silico medicine to map complex biological pathways in our body to aging that we never knew existed. We're now able to measure our biological age separate from our chronological age using something called epigenetic testing regimes. This helps us to target and slow the aging process at a cellular, organ, and physiological level. Twin Health Technologies creates digital twins of patients, merging real-time patient data with advanced analytics to simulate patient outcomes. Just imagine what that means. Doctors can model health trajectories, plugging in different habits, different therapies, different medications to see what can get us the best trajectory. And this year, Apple launched a one-year study to understand how your iPods, your Apple iPhone, and your watch can monitor, manage, and predict changes in users' health. Now, all these advances are moving because of AI. They're being accelerated and they're being powered by artificial intelligence. And while both AI and longevity science are growing individually, the convergence of the two is growing at an exponential rate. Now, to give you an idea of what that means economically, UBS predicts the longevity market to be a $7 trillion opportunity in just 4 years in 2030. That is more than the entire world spends on healthcare today. It is more than 3 times what we spend globally on all our militaries. And we could heal our planet and eradicate global poverty 3 times over with that amount of money. Both these sectors are awash with investors and capital. But more importantly, they are developing with almost little to no global governance at a time when the institutions that we built in the wake of the last industrial revolution to protect us are being dismantled, weakened, and discredited. What is coming is a reshape of society and the systems that we all rely on. Imagine our healthcare system. It's designed mostly now as a sick care system. It triggers payments and treatments only once we're ill. It will need a fundamental restructure to a wellness system that prioritizes prevention, that incentivizes people who use the new knowledge and the new technologies to not get ill. The disruption in our insurance industry is going to be profound. Right now, if I need a blood test to understand my blood biomarkers, I must pay for that myself unless I'm already ill. Right now, artificial intelligence is revolutionizing the way we understand physical aging. But let's be honest about what we might be creating here. A potential longevity divide, added to a persistent technology and digital divide that already exists in the places on our planet where our populations are growing fastest and largest. That's the global South. Some will be privileged with knowledge and resources, while others will not. Some, and it seems to me a little perverse, will be able to augment and optimize their biology with cutting-edge interventions, while the larger number of our brothers and sisters on the planet are still struggling to reach basic healthcare. Like all revolutions, this one has its shadows too. But what's really important to understand is that we are right now spending a significant amount of our global wealth on developing science and technologies that could either elevate all of humanity or indeed create one of the largest divides in human history. Now, you may wonder why I'm so passionate about this subject. Well, I'm a social entrepreneur, and that means that I identify and design solutions to gaps and opportunities that I see in our social and environmental systems. For 20 years, I've been working at the intersection of climate change, human development, and technology with some of the poorest and most marginalized women in the toughest places on our planet. And I have witnessed firsthand what access to knowledge and a mastery of technology can build competence, confidence, and self-belief in extraordinary ways that create huge economic and social benefits. I have watched them level the playing field for women, to challenge and to correct power imbalances. But I have also seen that a lack of access can exacerbate inequality at a cost and a rate we cannot measure. Looking at our current healthcare systems that both longevity science and AI are influencing, I'm concerned. Firstly, I'm concerned that once again, women will come second if we don't find a way to correct that. I'm concerned that our social finance system and our public sector policies are not moving anywhere near fast enough in the face of the speed of this innovation now. And I'm most concerned that there is a potential in the application of these technologies within our systems to erode some of our own humanity. When AI can write, compose, and create at superhuman levels, what happens to our sense of being the primary thinkers and creators, a set of values that we have believed to be uniquely ours as human beings? Not to mention our brain health depends on doing all those functions regularly. The risk of dehumanization is profound and expansive. Just imagine employment discrimination, but in a new version. AI is already being used to algorithmically select candidates, but what if it can access the data on your healthcare trajectory? Now you might have an employer choosing somebody who has a longer cognitive lifespan or a better health trajectory. Insurance apartheid, where your insurance premiums and costs are actually going to be set based on your own health trajectories. Relationship inequalities. Imagine one partner following a strict longevity regime and another one not, one aging at one biological rate and the other on a different. Social stigmas could become attached to less healthy groups of people even, and indeed wellness anxiety could start to become something we need to really worry about. Under the pressure of pursuing optimal health, this could really put a lot of pressure on people. The risk isn't just technological replacement. It's the subtle erosion of what makes us fundamentally, irreplaceably, and imperfectly human. So how do we navigate this transformation responsibly? Well, we have to collectively prioritize equity, the benefits of this new longevity science, and indeed, access to artificial intelligence and an understanding of it cannot become the privilege of a few. We have to find ways to democratize and decentralize those. Ethical frameworks need to be created to consider both individual and societal impacts. Every breakthrough cannot be evaluated only on its scientific merit or its value to earn profit. It must also be understood for its social impacts. We must foster intergenerational dialogue like never before, because while the future belongs to the young, it is also going to belong to those of us aging in more healthy and productive ways. We have to be sure that the benefits and opportunities that we create in the future are created across all generations in smart and thoughtful ways. We have to prioritize the health of our planet. There can be no human health without a planet that is healthy and thriving. But most importantly, we have to be careful to protect mental health, not just from an optimal health obsession, but also from the rate and pace of change that is coming ahead of us. When emerging science and technology move faster than our shared principles, we risk to deepen divides rather than expand opportunities. We stand at an unprecedented moment in human history. Our political, health, economic, education, social, and environment systems are all undergoing transformation simultaneously as a result of the emerging technologies. These are not like the innovations of the past. We have not been here before. One era is dying, and a new one is being born. And as we know in this room, birth is pretty much always painful. The question isn't, should we pursue AI or engage with longevity science? The development of both of these are well-funded and led by people with power and influence. They are being driven by two of the most compelling forces in our contemporary world: a quest for riches and the quest for immortality. It comes as no surprise that most of the largest tech and longevity companies are owned, led, and governed by men. Women's voices are indispensable right now. Do not shy away. I'm inviting you to engage with this conversation around technology, around our humanity. Have that conversation with your children, your peers, your friends, your partners. Discourse is essential. Knowledge and learning are essential. In knowledge lies power, and in human history, knowledge has trumped influence and money always. The future these technologies are defining is here. It's right now. We no longer control it. Hanging in the balance are the systems that will govern us all collectively in the future. Protecting and redefining our humanity in the face of this changing landscape, that's the work ahead. For now, it's still in our hands, but the next few years are going to be critical in us stewarding the kind of world we want to leave behind. Our greatest legacy, especially as women, should be that we fought to ensure this health and technology revolution is hallmarked by equity and leaves a stronger understanding of what it means to be human in the face of what is not. Thank you.